Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we're talking about 5 ways that the universe communicates with you. So the universe being the divine God, your higher self, your soul, a higher intelligence, whatever you believe in, a higher power, whatever you believe in, how that energy source communicates with you and sends you messages and gives you guidance. Now, I wrote a blog post on this, 17 ways the universe communicates with you, that goes into more ways. But the 5 that I'm going to share with you today is basically how I receive the strongest communication from the universe. So these are like the 5 most prominent ways that the universe tries to get my attention and send me messages. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also check out my website at followyourownrhythm.com for additional blog posts, resources, online courses to help you on your personal and spiritual growth journey. Okay, so I have to say that I have developed a very strong connection with the universe. So I had my spiritual awakening about 6 years ago, and I really, enhanced my gift of intuition and to really be able to be in touch with like the energy world, I guess. I call it the universe, but like you can call it whatever. It's just this higher energy that surrounds you. It's in everything, and it's also within you. And you really do connect to this higher source of energy through your body, through your intuition, which is one of the ways that the universe talks to me. But I mean, just like in little occurrences in my everyday life, I have this relationship where like I'll ask for something, and then it I see a sign about it, or there's something I want and it shows up, or I think of something and like I get the phone call. I don't know, it's just like, so yeah, it's a really nice and sacred relationship that I have developed with really my higher self, right? Because if we're connected like all one, then my higher self is really essentially one with the universe, one with the divine. Like my inner divinity is connected to the one consciousness. So it really all is one. There's no separation, but we are in this body, right, with our ego selves. So sometimes we forget that we're spiritual beings and we're connected to everything. And so the universe blesses us with its presence, reminding us of how divine we are through messages and signs. And we think, like with our ego minds, we want to receive these messages literally, right? Like we want it to be told to us. We want like physical, literal messages. But that's not how God, I guess you can say, communicates, right? The universe is energy. Everything is energy. So it would make sense that the universe communicates to you through energy. Okay, if you would like to explore this topic further, I really recommend the book Conversations with God. Book 1, start with that, but he has 4 of those, and then he has like 37 books by Neale Donald Walsch. So it's a really good book, and it really just talks about God being the universe. Like he's having conversations with God, and God is basically sending him messages telling him like the answers to life. And obviously take it with a grain of salt. You don't have to believe everything, but it's a really good book to open your mind to this whole concept. And there's definitely a lot of wisdom in the book. So yeah, it's a nice spiritual book to read, and I definitely recommend it on this spiritual journey. But okay, so 5 ways that the universe communicates with you. These are 5 main ways that the universe communicates with me that I will be sharing with you right now. So the first one that I have had a very prominent experience with, especially in the past, is through people. So the universe comes through, like, I don't know how it works, don't ask me, but the energies come through, and sometimes you get people in your life who will literally tell you something and give you a message that is exactly what you need to hear in exactly that moment. And you're like, how did this happen? How did this person know that I needed to hear that? How? But it doesn't matter how, it just happens. There's a person that comes into your life and says something that is so true, and it resonates with you so deeply, and it's exactly what you need to hear in exactly that moment, and you're like, thank you, God. And you almost want to praise the person and say like you are an angel, but it's really, and they are, but it's really just the universe recognizing that there's a need that that you have that wants to be given to you, and the universe basically comes through this person to send you a message. So this could be a person physically in front of you telling you something. I've had this happen twice in the last 2 months through emails, through 2 separate emails. I was just in a really dark place. I was frustrated. I was very doubtful of some things in my life. And I have this email that literally was exactly what I needed to hear. It was literally like a divine encounter, I felt like, with this person. Like, how did you know? And it happened very recently again with something else, same story, like exactly what I needed to hear. And usually these messages will come through when you are kind of in a dark place and need answers and need guidance so bad, and you're out there like, please help me, tell me. The universe comes through people. So you will have certain people send you a message, call you, email you, come into your life, say something, you know, it could be a random stranger, it could be somebody at the grocery store, like whatever, that tells you exactly what you needed to hear. And it gives you like clarity, or it gives you relief or optimism again, or hope. That's God. That's the universe talking to you. So pay attention to that. The second one, which I would say is the strongest, is intuition. So the universe communicates to you through your feelings. So through your intuition, your inner wisdom. It's like an inner knowing that you feel. I have a whole video on this, on what intuition is and how to tell, how to know what it is and all of that. So I'm going to link that below just so you guys can check that out. I'm not going to get into too much detail about it, but basically, the universe communicates to you based on how you feel about certain things. And when there's a really strong resonance and a knowing, even though it doesn't make sense, it might not even be logical, it might not be practical, but it's just something that feels right and it feels true and you don't know why. It's like this gut feeling, right? This instinct, it's like this inner GPS system that's like guiding you. That's always the divine coming through, you know, talking to you and leading you, because that's how, like, you connect to your soul, you connect to your soul's path through your intuition, through this intuitive knowing. It's like our sixth sense. You know, that's what we were given. So listen to your intuition, listen to those nudges, listen to those feelings, those gut instincts. It's telling you something. And if you don't listen, it's just going to keep coming back until you do. Okay, my third way that the universe communicates with me and with you is through synchronicities. This is like one of my favorite ones. So synchronicities are basically just like random coincidental events, all kind of like happening, but they all like have, like they're all related in some way, but they're not related. Like, okay, so let's say, you think about a person, like you're thinking about a person, your friend or whatever, and you're like, I wonder how this person's doing. Maybe you haven't talked to them for a while, and then all of a sudden they call you. That's a synchronicity. Like, what? How did you know? So that could happen with everyone. You're thinking of someone and they text you, they call you, they show up or something like that. Or you're thinking of something and then it shows up in your face. Okay, so that's like a synchronicity. Also, just seeing random recurring patterns. So you're driving down the street and you see a sign, you know, this sometimes happens to me. I'm like taking a drive in the mountains and I'm just spending time alone, really enjoying myself, trying to like reconnect, because that's like what I do, is I go to the mountains and really like get grounded and like reconnect with myself. I love it. It brings me a lot of peace. And the universe will confirm to me that I'm on the right path and I'm doing the right thing, because like I'll drive and there'll be like an RV that will be called Solitude. Like, it's literally called Solitude. I'm like, okay, cool. I drive by like a park and it says the Hermit Park. Okay, the hermit, you know, it's like being alone. So it just like confirming to me that like, okay, keep doing this, like keep, you know, going within and reflecting, and like, you know, you're on the right path. So that's like a synchronicity, because like all of these same type of messages showing up in random ways, you know, that's beautiful. And oftentimes it's either telling you that you're on the right path, and also just like what the synchronicity is in nature. Like, what is it trying to tell you? What keeps repeating? What keeps showing up? What could that mean? The fourth way that the universe communicates with you is through numbers. And this is another favorite one of mine. I always see numbers. I always see number patterns. Maybe because I just love numbers. I love math. I love numerology. So like that's, the universe knows that and is like, hey, I know I can get her attention through numbers because she likes that. And that's another point I want to make, is that the universe will communicate to you through whatever medium. It doesn't matter the medium, it's whatever appeals to you. The universe is an all-knowing, wise energy and intelligence, okay? So the universe is you. So the universe knows that you, the viewer, really likes music, let's say. You really like music, that's all you do is like listen to music, that's like really resonates with you. So the universe is like, oh, okay, so I can send this person a strong message because I have something to deliver. I need to really communicate with this person or answer their prayers or answer their requests. But I know that they're not looking for me in a book. I know they're not looking for me through this avenue or this avenue, but I do know that they listen to a lot of music. So I am going to send them a message through the words and the lyrics in the songs because I know that they're going to listen to that. Do you see? So it's anything you're interested in, or let's say that you're like really into healthy eating and like you read all of the labels and ingredients and everything and everything that you buy, you're like always like super like reading it. The universe is like, okay, well, I know that she's gonna read everything on this juice box, so maybe I'll send a message through the juice box. Or I know this person loves to go on road trips, so I'm gonna put up road signs everywhere to kind of get her attention, you know? So that's the idea. Like the universe communicates to you through your own hobbies, through your own interests, so that it can get your attention. Obviously, it's not always so subtle, like because if it's so built in, you might not realize it, you know? So it could be something big, like out of nowhere, that kind of just like hops in and is like, whoa, it kind of like wakes you up, you know? So there's obviously that way as well. But these are all just things to pay attention to. So by repeating numbers, I mean like license plates. So I'll see 333, 111, 555, 999, like all of the repeating numbers. I'll see 1111 all the time on the clock. Just random numbers, you know, my birthday, 6/21, I see it all the time. You know, there's other things I see on the clock that represent other people who are in my life or who have been in my life, who mean a lot to me, whose birthday will show up on the clock. And, you know, this is like, how do you interpret those messages? Again, what are you thinking about in that moment? How do you feel in that moment? What kind of thoughts are going through your head? And then you see a sign, you see a number. It kind of is to me confirmation that what you're thinking about is you're on the right path, you know, or maybe like you have a connection with someone whose like birthday number or some significant number you keep seeing. It's like, that person is a special person in your life, you know, pay attention to that. And the numbers in itself have certain meanings. So like with regards to numerology, right? Like 111, new beginnings, 333, like about freedom and having fun, 666, family, harmony, balance. So it could be sending you messages through the actual meaning of the numbers. So you might have to do some further research for that. Okay, the fifth and final way that I receive the clearest and best communication from the universe, among other ways, is a newly discovered way to communicate with the universe. It's a newly discovered medium, and it is through oracle and tarot cards. So I am a tarot reader as well, and I interpret these messages, the cards that come out. I feel like the universe really talks to me when I ask a question and I shuffle the deck and things just fly out, like, and they're all synchronistic and they all go together and they're very relevant to my question or to my situation. And so I get really, really clear messages. I mean, this is why people consult tarot readers and tarot readings, because there is such specific guidance. Everything is energy, and that's all it does. That's all the tarot and like oracle cards and things like that, like readings, that's what it does. It just picks up on this extra energy that we're not aware of. Like it picks up on our intuition and our deeper selves. And it kind of just like communicates that and confirms that to you. Usually it just confirms what you already know. But it's a very clear confirmation. It's a very clear message. And also it gives you additional guidance and like an additional perspective from which you can look at your situation. So I find the tarot to be very, very helpful. That's why I became a tarot reader, is because I have discovered the power of the tarot, like how accurate the messages are for my life and for people who I have worked with professionally and friends. I mean, I'll do readings for them and it's always just like spot on and like, whoa, and like very helpful. So I would definitely look into that if you have not yet. It can be helpful. It can become addicting, so pay attention to that. And also don't give your power away to the tarot. Like don't give your power away to the cards, you know. The universe does talk to you, and don't give your power away to anything, to the numbers, to the synchronicities, to anything other than you. I would say your intuition is your first and foremost, most like strongest guide to listen to. And always put what's internal and inside of you first. Always follow your intuition and override any external sign with your intuition. Okay, your intuition is your first and foremost, most accurate guide. So yeah, those are 5 ways that the universe communicates with you. There's many others. There's dreams, there's random inspiring thoughts, there's like nature, animals, there's like feathers, you know, like, I mean, there's so many things, and I did write a blog on this, so if you're interested in the other ways, then go ahead and check that out. But yeah, I hope that this was insightful and it was helpful, and I hope that you start to notice all of these new signs and ways that the universe communicates with you. It will definitely make your journey a lot easier and the path a lot more clear, and you'll definitely feel a lot more connected and less alone and more guided by this divine, beautiful energy that always surrounds us. It's always there to help us and guide us. We just have to know what to look for, and we have to not even know what to look for, but we have to actually look, right? We have to actually look up and look around and be observant, and that requires presence and gratitude and to be in a higher vibration and like a more positive mindset. Because if you're just negative constantly, all up in your head, you're not going to notice these beautiful miracles and signs that are all around you. So anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'm wishing you the best on your journey. See you soon. Bye.